Welcome, one and all, to Raptor After Dark, where we talk about the hottest and latest in SEO. I'm Brock Gardner with my co hosts.
Zach
and Joseph.
And thank you again for being here with us. Today, we're going to be talking a little bit about search engine optimization, specifically r/search engine optimization.
sounds like we're switching it up a little bit today.
Yeah, we like to throw little curveballs every once in a while.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this first one is a very fun one. Very fun, interesting thing. Maybe you guys will have some things to say about it. This is from Spiritual Kindness. They say, we're outranked by an influencer using a similar name on TikTok and Instagram. If you were to Google Slicey, our services will show up on the first page, but outranked by the social media of an influencer called Dumbbell Slicey. She has a huge following, 250,000 on Instagram alone. How hard will it be to outrank her for that word on Google? And what steps can we take, really? Publish more blogs spamming the keyword Slicey? I just thought this was an interesting
So, how many followers
dilemma.
does she have?
250,000.
It's hard to say because that's not super massive. Like it's kind of like a medium-sized influencer, maybe. Like when I think like mega influencers, I'm thinking like millions of followers. So it's like still big enough to where like the search engines are definitely going to favor the social media algorithm just because that's their bread and butter. That's like where they can just make bank running ads and crap like that. So it's in their best interest to favor that one. So it's going to be a significant uphill battle to try and outrank something with that type of footprint.
Yeah.
Yeah, Google's model is based on trying to dish up what they think people are looking for. So the truth is, depending on I'm assuming this company does not have 250,000 people following it.
Yeah.
Which means if people type in Slicey, they're probably looking for that influencer.
Yeah.
Which means
let's look at like the importance here. So like obviously as a business you want to rank for the name of your business. That's usually important, but it's more important to rank for the service that you provide, if we're being honest. And this influencer isn't going to really be stealing clicks from you because if you say Slicey, you're providing like some kind of revolutionary apple slicer. You're not really going to lose people to her because people aren't Googling your apple slicer product. And
either they are or they aren't, right? Either they're Googling your company or they're Googling her.
So yeah, I mean, really, if you're ranked second under your business name behind this influencer, you're only really going to be overshadowed by people specifically searching the name of your brand rather than the service it provides. And then still people are just going to scroll to that second result and find you anyway.
Yeah, it's people. I hate when people are like trying to go the opposite of what should happen. So, for instance, if people are like, "Can you get me to show up for Target?" Like, I want to like get all the traffic, people looking for Target, and it's like, yeah, but if people are looking for Target, let them find a Target.
Yeah.
You know, if you're Walmart and you want to rank for Target, cool, I get that because you're hoping you get all their customers, but they're not looking for you, man.
Yeah.
Like,
you're just gonna piss people off at that point.
yeah, like, and again, I get if this is your business name, and let's just say it's their business name first, and then Slicey shows up and she's Dumbbell Slicey. I'm guessing it's a girl in
Some gym
workout
girl.
clothes.
Yeah, she's wearing like some nice Viory pants or
Yeah.
something.
My guess would be is, do you want 250,000 middle-aged men who are watching her account as customers? Sorry, Slicey, Dumbbell, whatever. That's really who's probably watching. And a few chicks that are like, I want to look like that.
She's going to fall off eventually, right? I mean, she's not going to look that good forever.
That's why you never have an Instagram account that says fit whatever your name is, because if you ever become not fit, you kind of... Anyway.
Yeah.
Not to get off on a tangent, but my point is, like, if you're in this dilemma, it's one thing if you had the name first and you're like, hey, somebody just popped up. But even then, we live in a competitive market. Like if someone does a better job of being more branded than you are, then they're going to get the traffic. But I agree with Zach. Like if people aren't really looking for you, if they're looking for this dumbbell chick, then let them find her. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like you just got to kind of get back to the reason why you want to rank for something. Because if somebody's like, say it is you are a very high tech apple slicer company, and somebody looks up Slicey and they happen to click on this girl's Instagram. Yeah, sure, maybe she's super fine, and they get lost in the sauce and are looking at her Instagram, but eventually they're gonna be like, yeah, I was actually looking for that apple slicer, and they're just gonna go back and like what Zach said, they're gonna go to the result that they're looking for.
Yeah.
They're not gonna get duped and
I would just tell like practical advice: brand everything as apple slicey
yeah,
or something like that. So that way, like you said, if people then are like, that's not what I wanted, they'll go back and type in apple slicer, slicey, or whatever, and then you should easily be able to show up for that. So just
Yeah.
brand it properly to differentiate yourself, but don't stress
Yeah.
if you're like, crap, this.
What's your opinion on targeting search results based on your competition's name? Try and rank for your competitor's like business name.
We have people that want that, and they always kind of like giggle when they ask. They're like, "Hey, can you do that?" I think it's kind of gross to do it on purpose,
yeah,
but if you do SEO right, you're going to naturally rank even if you don't try. Like we have, like on some of those reports for the orthodontists, they would rank not number one, but they'd be on the top page when you would type in their competitor's name.
yeah,
And I think Google was just kind of like, oh, this competitor has like 3 pages online. So what else are we going to show? So then they show the next
yeah,
orthodontist kind of thing. So
The reason I ask is because I feel like sometimes that causes more problems than it solves. Specifically, like I worked with this company once that we had the HR software that we used for like payroll and everything was it's a pretty common one called ADP. The HR person, she Googles ADP just because she needs to get a hold of them. Google's ADP phone number. She clicks on the first result, which was a paid ad. It was a targeted ad for a completely different HR company running ads under that company's name, and ends up calling this person and has like a hour and a half long battle through their phone tree, and ends up talking to like a supervisor's supervisor, just flipping the heck out because she couldn't talk to who she wanted before she realized the whole reason she got into this mess is because she just clicked on the first result, which was a paid ad, and got her to the wrong company. So it's like you got to kind of pick and choose. Is like, are you really going to make your company money by trying to subvert that traffic based on brand name alone, or are you going to just end up with a bunch of pissed off, technologically inept HR people calling you when they're just trying to get a hold of their account manager at a completely different company?
yeah. I think the latter, probably.
that's not to get on a tangent, but that's why I'm not a fan of like all the AI enhanced advertising, because the amount of calls we get where people are like, "Oh, I was looking for GoDaddy."
Mm.
Like just skyrocket. That's why we turned off a lot of our Google ads, because most of our spend was people like, "No, when I typed in GoDaddy login, it came to you," and we're like,
The heck, man.
"Awesome!" And we were spending so much money, and we put in all the negative keywords, we did all that, but Google's like, "No, no, no, just AI enhance the crap out of it." And then even when you turn it off, they turn it back on. Same with Meta. So
That's silly.
the market will determine the winner eventually. Eventually, someone will emerge with a system that works again
Yeah.
instead of a system that is designed to make shareholders. Ooh, we should
What?
coin that, shareholders.
Shareholders.
Yeah, instead of holders, they
Yeah.
hoard their shares. Anyway, shareholders' money,
Mhm.
and so essentially they make the product worse that makes them more money because it's tricking people into spending more, but that only lasts so long.
Yeah.
So
Well, cool. Next question from Pro Rays. For sites that rely on blogs, how many do you recommend per week? I have a new site which is educational based and I publish blogs on it. Ideally, how many should one post per week considering it is quality content? Like is 3 times per week fine or a lot? Does Google penalize you for that many a week? I'm new. Yes, we can tell. So
Brock, you
what
should
got?
answer this one because you're posting.
I post
What do you think, blog boy?
a blog every day, technically.
What?
Yeah. And that's
It didn't do anything. Crap. I just
yeah.
That was the wrong one.
was
Batman
way wrong.
ass sound effect.
We wanted.
Yeah. Ah! Yeah, well, there we go.
Yeah. Yeah, so I post a blog a day, but I don't know the science behind it. That's
Go on. Explain why do you do this?
Joseph told me to.
Is the content unique?
Is the content unique?
Yes. Can you find it anywhere else online?
Is this a trick question?
No, it's not.
The
This
con-
is for the people who don't know, like, what you're doing. I'm leading into something.
Do you want me to tell the honest truth?
Yeah.
The truth is, I split the podcast into 7 clips for YouTube. I split those clips into 7 clips for Instagram and TikTok. And then I split the 7 YouTube clips into transcripts, which I then edit into a blog format and then post each of those blogs. So each blog is essentially the edited blog transcript version of our YouTube clips.
But it can be found nowhere else online in text format, right?
No.
What about AI? Can AI generate the grammatically incorrect
No.
conversations that we have?
No, it cannot.
Got an infinite number of monkeys with an infinite number of typewriters generated.
Yes.
And do we have a plugin, although I need to fix it, that adds the schema markup to those blogs?
Yes.
So, for those listening, if your site relies on blogs, do that. So, unique
Yeah.
content, can't find anywhere else. What was the second one?
The question was.
AI.
Oh yeah, no AI generated anything, and then
Yeah.
schema markups. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the question was: is 3 blogs a week too much? I don't think it is.
No.
Like as long as it's good.
Yeah, I kind of sidestepped it because it's. I hate to say this, but even if it's not good,
Oh.
yeah, like that's the world we live in. Like think about it. All these language learning models which are taking over. So we're talking about SEO, but we might need to like rebrand this as just general marketing because it's kind of going who knows where. But I mean, I see I'll click on occasionally when I get the AI generated results. I'll click on the resources below where they steal the content from.
Mm-hmm.
Most of the time, I would never read the blog.
Yeah.
So they're basically pushing everybody into formatting their blogs terribly to something that's not really that readable.
Yeah.
And so if you're looking to build a site based on a blog and you're looking to get traffic and all that, you're going to have to do that. Now, if you're just doing like a fun project where you want to be proud of it, then just write like you should write and, hope for the best. But
Yeah. Speaking of looking at the source of the AI, dude, sometimes I'll look at the AI overview will give you an answer to a question, and sometimes I'll just click the source and it's pulling from like the most niche, nobody's looking at this website, or sometimes it will pull from a Reddit post that is it's a comment that has 0 upvotes or anything on a post that has 0 upvotes on a random subreddit. Like it's pulling this information from wherever, and we just take it as canon every time we look at it because it's Google said so. But it's like if you were to see this same piece of advice at its source on a random Reddit comment that has 0 upvotes, you probably wouldn't give it the same authority in your mind.
So can I share a personal experience?
Oh, yeah.
May I?
How personal is it?
Is
I
this
don't wanna
like
get
the
too
one you
weird.
just shared
It's
in
something
your
that
room?
happened to me in the shower this morning.
Yeah,
That's what I
sure.
was wondering
Yeah.
about.
So I'm going on the good old Google because I need to replace a very critical part of my braking system on my motorcycle.
Okay.
I am searching for a specific part that I can't seem to find online, even though it should be a pretty common part. And then I find in the AI results, it's like, use this part, it will work perfectly. And I'm like, that sounds completely wrong. I don't believe the AI results. So I go down, I click on the source. It takes me to this internet forum from 2004.
Yeah.
Some random forum
Yeah.
post, and the advice it was giving me, it was quoting somebody who was paraphrasing a mechanic that told them completely wrong advice.
Yeah.
He was saying, my mechanic told me to use this part and it would work
Oh.
completely fine. And then he goes on to say how that almost killed him
That's
because his braking
crazy.
system didn't work properly and he
That
almost
is
died.
crazy.
But the AI picked up on that
Yeah.
specific quotation and said, yeah, use it. It will work perfectly fine. So it spoke as confidently as this incorrect mechanic did 20 years ago and almost made me go through an exact same thing. So, and I mean, how many other instances are out there where people aren't picking up on of something like that, where it's just
Yeah.
crawling this random dark corner of the internet that just happens to match the phrase you're looking for,
Yeah.
and just confidently saying, "Yep, I found this information. It's super old, so it's got to be super accurate." And here you go. So
Yeah.
that's my personal experience in
That's
actually calling
crazy.
it out on its sources.
Yeah.
Do you guys feel like the internet as a whole, as a resource, is kind of frustrating now?
It's kind of game over.
It's game over. Like, I am remodeling our bathrooms, and I have spent hours just trying to find the answer to something. Whereas before, it used to be really easy.
Yeah.
But the problem is now there's 1,000 YouTube videos that have the clickbait where it's like, best way to do a tile shower. And then it's 20 minutes and they spend 18 of the minutes where they're just like, first of all, I want to shout out to like my sponsors and like they're amazing. And wait for the end of the video because then you're going to actually learn like the best trick to putting this shower in. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah.
Okay, so first, like today I was driving to Home Depot and I was looking around and I was like, wow, this is crazy. Look at this sale. And I'm like, can I please quit? Like all the videos are people who want views. It's no longer, I don't find anybody anymore that is like, hey, I wanted to save someone some time, so here's my phone. This is what you buy. This is what you do. Thanks. 2 minutes, I'm done. You know, like
There's like 5 minutes right as he's about to do the thing, and his kid walks into the video, and it's like him interacting with the kid and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think if you can find like the 50-year-old dude who's like holding the phone upside down, trying to say as monotone as possible, listen to that guy. He knows what he's doing because he's not doing it for the views.
Yeah, that's just a good like that's the internet as a whole. Nobody's doing anything just to
do it, just to be nice.
anymore.
Like, oh, this
Yeah.
would help. That's how it was a while ago, right? Where it's like,
Yeah.
wow, cool, I can post a video, and then, hey, this thing took me 5 hours to figure out, and I thought I should just put the answer here because that'd
Yeah.
be nice to do. That was like so nice.
The world changed when you were able to make money from YouTube or from anything. Money is the root of all evil, everyone.
What would the world be like if nothing had ever been monetized online
Oh,
and it was still just open forum but no benefit to participating?
it would be a beautiful, blissful society.
We'd still have chat rooms where we could like mess with people
You
and
could say any sort of racist thing on a forum. Nobody cares because no advertisers.
Yeah.
You could put ISIS beheading videos on the internet again.
who wants to watch that though?
Everyone in my elementary school.
What?
Yeah, bro.
That sounds terrible.
That's how we grew up. My generation was like, well, Zach's generation probably
My
bled
finger on
into
the
this.
bleep. Go ahead.
Zach's generation probably bled into this as well, but it was like we were on the come up and our parents didn't understand the internet. And so we got the internet, but our parents didn't really get the full picture, and so we just kind of were in the Wild West.
Uh-huh.
That was my generation.
And then they made the Minions movie, and it was just over.
What?
Everybody's grandma found Facebook and started posting Minions
Oh,
memes.
no, that's I just mean like my parents didn't know what Live Leak was.
I was about to say, you remember Live Leak?
Yeah, my parents didn't know what Live Leak
what's
was.
Live Leak? I've
It's
never-
where you could just post videos of people dying.
That's where all the ISIS beheadings were. That's where I remember watching the Saddam Hussein getting executed video.
You
in
could watch
sixth grade.
cartel torture videos and stuff like that.
Wow.
No,
No, is that still up?
No,
I got
down.
taken down, but there's versions of it. I was looking for a video the other day, and there was like a billion websites.
You can go to watchpeopledie.com.
That doesn't pick up on the actual recording, by the way.
Oh, doesn't it?
No,
Oh boy.
I don't know
What's
why.
the point of this
I
thing
need to
then?
figure it out. But yeah, so it was, and like my generation now is like, yeah, we're not letting our kids have the internet or phones because we actually understand what it was.
Oh yeah, like my kids don't have social media.
Yeah.
They can use a computer at the kitchen table in front of us.
Yeah.
But it's also like, maybe I'm doing this wrong, but I'm like, okay, the 16, 17-year-olds in my family, I'm like, because they're used to having to ask for every little thing.
Yeah.
So now Joshua will be like, hey, Dad, can I do some research on YouTube? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, well, what? I'm like, no. Just do it.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're about to leave home. You know what you should be looking at. You know what you shouldn't.
Yeah.
Like, but you're, like, and he's totally like, I don't know what to do with my life because I'm literally like, you decide. Really? I said, yeah, because now if you do something stupid, you're still in the home for another year. But I've taught you, go make some mistakes. Let me know how it goes, you know? But yeah, like the younger ones, no phones, no social media. They can play in the dirt.
I've seen Toy Story 5. I know how that plays out.
I
Yeah,
haven't
dude.
seen it yet. Don't. Is it good?
Great movie.
Yeah,
It is good.
it's good.
We've been trying to watch The Sheep Detectives at home because just
Zach didn't like it.
just
but
because
No,
you
I
told me
just-
it was great.
yeah.
Cassie's like wants to see it.
If it's out on digital, I'm gonna see if I can put it on the server.
It
Maybe I'll
is.
do that tonight.
It is, yeah.
Is
It's
that
out
on
free.
digital?
It's like free on something,
Oh,
Tubi
really?
or something
Prime,
like that.
Amazon Prime.
Tubi.
Tubi.
One of
Yeah,
those.
I think it might be a
So
Prime
Brock
original.
really hyped it up for me. It did not live up to the hype.
Cassie
but I thought
wants
it
to
was a good
see it,
movie.
and she respects your
It's
opinion. So I
great.
told her that you said it was great, that it had actually good underlying story.
Yes.
Brock also
Zach
liked
can agree with
Disclosure Day.
that. I did not like Disclosure Day, you rat.
And he liked the dress on Disclosure Day. Let's be
I liked Emily Blunt's red dress in the first scene.
Nah, as Sheep Detectives, it's solid. I think I gave it a solid B. Like, totally watchable.
Why do I know things like the fact that you liked Emily Blunt's dress?
Because I explicitly said it.
Yeah, like there's other things though I wish that I actually stored better in my brain. Why do I store the
Yeah.
weird stuff, you know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Like the t-shirt thing the other day. Anyway,
Yeah,
um
thanks for that, by the way.
yeah.
All right, that moves into our.
Sorry.
That moves really well into our next topic. Fact checking AI content is taking longer than just writing from scratch.
Huh.
No crap. No.
Heartbeat.
You going for the applause?
No. Yeah. No. You, I can't
Man, that would be
laugh
so
'cause
much
I'm
funnier.
laughing.
That would be so much funnier if that actually picked up on the recording.
Right. But anyway.
I run a small content agency, and we've been trying to use Claude and ChatGPT to help scale up our blog posts and client research lately. For draft generation and outlines, it's great, saves a ton of time. But man, the fact-checking part is becoming an absolute nightmare. The models just casually make up statistics, quote fake reports from huge brands, and invent URLs that look completely real but lead to 401
URLs.
to a 404 page.
Dude, have you ever tried to use AI to help you find a WordPress plugin and it just makes up 15 plugins that have never existed?
I haven't.
No, but
Gratefully.
it did that to me yesterday. I can't remember what I was searching. It was like it's the stupid Google one. I always get tricked because in my mind it's still the freaking what was it called before AI, before Gemini, the box.
Oh, it was what was it?
I'm feeling lucky.
I'm feeling lucky was cool. That was fun because it would just pull up the first site.
Yeah, it was just
Um,
basically it would put it in a little concise.
Yeah,
AI
think.
summary, whatever.
I know what
It
you.
wasn't AI summary.
No,
before
because
AI.
it would, and you're not talking about the drop down suggestions either, right?
No, I'm talking about
There was a-
first. It would be the
Yeah, I know. I
Summary.
remember this because it was very short lived, but it was like a.
Is this the one where it's like telling people to jump off the Brooklyn Bridge when they're searching for
Oh, I didn't hear that.
no.
depression advice?
I think we know what you're talking about. I can't remember. It's not AI, but it
No.
was basically like we're going to save you some steps.
Yes,
But I
it was.
can't remember
It
what
was the AI overview before AI.
Yeah,
It was just
Snippets.
An overview. Yeah, it was just
Snippets.
a snippet.
Yeah,
And
I
so
think that's actually what they call them. Were snippets.
Oh, okay. In my mind, that's what AI overview is, so I catch myself reading it sometimes. But yeah, it just made up something completely that doesn't exist.
Yeah.
And so I go and look it up and I'm like, this whole program you just suggested me doesn't even exist. Where did you get this from?
AI is just grabbing something out of the back rooms.
Yeah, AI. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll
they-
run into that like looking for like a plugin. I'm like, this plugin probably doesn't exist, but I need something that will do this.
Yeah.
And it's like good news that thing actually exists the way you described it.
Yeah.
It's like look up this plugin I'm
Yeah.
like, yeah, I can't find it. It's like, oh, good catch. Thanks for calling me out on that. It doesn't actually exist. Like,
Yeah, that was actually a part of a fever dream I was having. Sorry.
Yeah.
sorry,
Yesterday, it confidently quoted a 2026 HubSpot state of marketing report with specific percentages that turned out to be totally fabricated when I checked. If a client catches a fake fact in the article we deliver, it completely ruins our trust. But right now, having my editors manually Google every single stat and link to make sure the AI didn't hallucinate it is taking so much time that it defeats the whole point of using AI in the first place. How are you guys dealing with this in your SEO workflow? Just, yeah.
Oh, I know. Don't use AI
Yeah,
to
just
research.
stop.
Yeah. Quit trying to save time in every single task you perform.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's not a time saver. Can I go off on a tangent for a minute?
Please.
If you are the type of person who has to ask this question, no offense,
Yeah.
you're not looking at this the right way. You're the person who says, Claude, create this email that I can send to a customer or to a client or whatever. That's the same thing. Sorry. A customer or to my boss or whatever that summarizes this better than I can. And you don't even know what the email says. That's you. It sounds like to me. Because if
Yeah.
you actually have to ask a question, it sounds to me like you're not even going to have the thought of maybe you shouldn't use AI for that.
Yeah.
Maybe you should just go and look it up yourself.
Yeah.
And gratefully, the entire internet is not completely dead that way. You can still go to like DuckDuckGo or Google or one of them and not use the AI portion and actually find websites that exist and click on them.
Yeah.
These poor websites that probably, if you click on them, their webmaster is going to be like, oh, a real visitor,
Yeah.
not ChatGPT summary.
Yeah.
You know, they'll love you. So, yeah. Like, so anyway, my tangent point is like, use your heads.
Yeah.
Come on. Like, everybody's getting sick of, especially when it's just kind of like, no, this has to work. How
Yeah.
can I do this with AI? Well, maybe don't try to do everything with AI.
Yeah.
when did the wide adoption of AI roll out? How far into this are we? Like, I feel like
I feel like it was the last couple months, like where
people started like they've been using it since like late COVID days, I feel like, but it's like I feel like the general public has started just using it on the daily over like probably towards the end of last year, I want to say.
yeah, my father-in-law's in his 60s and we're chatting the other day and he's like, "Oh yeah, we use AI all the time at work." Like and I use it at home and all this, and it's so funny because Cassie will just straight up be like, she'll just eye roll and he's like, "What?" And she's just like, "Sorry, but in our house like we're not annoyed by anything more than AI."
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I have a family member who essentially used AI to help him like diagnose something and come up with a treatment plan using over the counter stuff, and now he's basically on the path where he's trying to undo all the damage that caused. So
Goodness gracious.
used properly, AI will amplify what you already are. So,
Yes.
Brock, I would imagine any AI tools you use would be something because of knowing this already, would probably be something more along the lines of, let's say you're using Claude, of saying, Claude, take this. I don't even know if we can do this. I've never used it with video editing, but let's, just to imagine, if you said, Claude, I want you to take this video and turn it into a transcript and then export it to a TXT file. And then once that's done, then you can put it into any kind of like OneNote or whatever like program and say, make this into legible paragraphs.
Yeah.
Now you could do that by hand, but you're the one who says, I know that every word that we speak is going to be brand new human generated content. So let's use that as blog. And so you're following rules you should, you're using it as a tool to slim down the work. That's a proper way to do it. Or in coding, it might be like Zach might say, okay, please analyze this website URL and give me a list of all outbound links. And then it'll say, here's all the links that this site is linking to. You say, okay, great. Can you look through those links and see if any of them are competitors to make sure we're not accidentally linking to a competitor? Because we're auditing a site that maybe another client or another competitor had, and maybe they had multiple plumbers and they were linking to each other, and we want to make sure that's not happening. perfect use, right? But if you don't know that it's really bad to link to competitors and it's really bad to not have any outbound links and that you need to have them, they need to go to reputable sources. We might want to look at how valuable those sources are, all that. But if you don't know that, then you're going to be the guy who says, AI, just look at this website and give me an SEO plan
Yeah.
and then execute the SEO plan, and then create a report for my customer that says that we executed the SEO plan. Done. Oh, I'm a freaking genius. Look at me. Look what I did. And it's like,
Yeah.
hey, do you know what SEO even stands for? I don't know. I saw it on Instagram. The guy was like, you make a ton of money.
Yeah.
And that's where my beef comes in. I don't give a crap about SEO from a tool standpoint, but the problem is we have a bunch of lazy tards that are like, can I say tard?
Yeah. Yeah.
That are thinking, look how smart I am. And it's like, you're not fooling anybody. You're not smart, and you're taking everybody who actually puts time into learning how to edit and put together, thousands of hours of clips into a movie, and guys who have designed hundreds and hundreds of websites, and they know actually what visually looks good and how it looks good on mobile and what's click through and all that. It's a massive insult to them when you're just kind of like, hey, look, I did a prompt and it built a website. What do I need you for? And it's like, you're not really any better than a monkey, man. Sorry.
So,
Yeah.
as a marketing company, it's no secret that we're somewhat annoyed by the casual usage of AI. Have you ever followed or watched any of like these legal people, like these lawyers that do like streaming? Like Legal Eagle's a big one. There's a
Legal
bunch
Eagles
of
the
other.
goat, man.
They are absolutely livid with AI. They will go on just extremely long rants about how it's giving people bad legal advice because the law differs so much from state to state, sometimes from like town to town. Sometimes there's different bylaws, and AI is horrible at giving you like a specific trajectory on legal advice. So that's like another industry that's pissed about it. How many other industries are in that same thing where AI is the bane of their existence because it's basically trying to help everybody become an expert in everything, but really making everybody dumber in everything.
Yeah. Yep.
I agree. Okay. What's one SEO myth that people still preach yet is blatantly incorrect?
Backlinks are the most important thing. What?
Why? What is the most important thing?
I think, yeah. Social signals, I think.
Social signals?
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
So we've got the dumpster company, right?
Yeah.
It's doing well because there's active talk online about the dumpster company. There's reviews actively being pushed out there.
Yeah.
A backlink is really, at this point, it's incredibly important because Google still wants to see those to say, oh, it's a legit company. But if that's all you have, you're kind of just another cog in their index saying like, okay, yeah, they're legit. But you're never going to show up in front of the people who have an active following and group of people that are chatting. So that's why our customers who do the best are the ones who have both.
Mm-hmm.
But if you had to take one away, like the dumpster company is getting leads with not one backlink done yet. I haven't even started on those yet.
Yeah.
Versus if we only had backlinks, we'd have to wait a year or more before people organically like found the company and they're like, oh, hey, I found this popped up.
Yeah.
So like right now, if you do a search for dumpsters in our area on Google, like we don't show up anywhere except the ads. Even if you scroll down through maps, nowhere. Now we did do that to ourselves because we said we had an address. So if you typed in dumpsters near me, we were all over the place here. But in St. George, no. But now that we're just the whole county, we don't show up anywhere, probably because there is no address to assign it to, and so Google's kind of like, you're new. There's no citations, no Yelp profile, no nothing, right? So yeah, I think from what I'm seeing, I think it's a social game now.
Dang. Zach, what's one myth that people still preach yet is blatantly incorrect?
So I hate that social media basically decides what you're interested in. Because, I work in the SEO industry. It decides that I just need to see nothing but SEO stuff.
Yeah.
The thing I hear constantly in that is like, follow these 3 steps and you will just win SEO. So I think the myth there is there are best practices for SEO. That's a given. There's no magic bullet when it comes to SEO. It's a process. It takes time and it takes effort to do properly. You're not going to just randomly be able to board with this magic bullet company who's going to say, yeah, we're going to get you X amount of traffic. We're going to do this for you all within 3 months or whatever, and you're just going to be the most successful person in your industry. So many people fall for that, and they will pay an outrageous price for it, and basically it falls flat. And usually these people are doing it to all sorts of different companies at the same time just to build a huge client profile. And it's either like a pump and dump where they're just saying, hey, look how big my company is, buy it. They'll try and fold it into a bigger company. Or they'll just basically take the money and run, and realize that they haven't delivered on any of the services. So the myth there that I'm busting is like, if you're being preach to that you just have to do these 3 things and you automatically win, that's completely false. There's a lot to it, and it's an ever evolving game.
Nice. Thank you, guys.
Mhm. Mhm.
Let's go with one last question, and we'll wrap this right up and out to a little bow. Oh, this one is very pertinent. Book SEO. Does anyone doing SEO for does anyone know how to do SEO for books and book authors?
Yes.
Thought you might have a little bit of insight on that.
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Was there more to the question? Or?
Okay.
Okay. Yep. We do. So if you have a book, give us a call.
Yeah.
All right. Free advice if you have a book.
Don't write it with AI.
Yeah, don't write it with AI. Actually write something people want to buy, because if you go through all the work of convincing people to buy it and then it sucks anyway, like that's any business, don't quit trying to trick people. Like have a good product or service first. But no, number one, the content of the book is really irrelevant to the ranking. So if Bella Swan wants to become a vampire so that she can live with her boyfriend Edward forever. No spoilers, right? This has been out forever. Except Brock doesn't know.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
I'm not giving any more of that. But point is, you don't really need to optimize for Bella Swan wants to become a vampire. You want to optimize for teenage vampire romance novel, right? So like, don't create the content, or don't create your webpage and your marketing and your SEO around your content of the book. Think about who your audience is, think about what they're looking for, and then you'll need to write blogs, summaries, do little like, hey, shout out from the author, whatever, those types of things so that people get excited. But make sure you're actually, if we're talking SEO, not social really, describe what it is. Don't use content insight. And then honestly, depending on what you're selling, it will depend on how difficult it is. People, let's just go off. General marketing advice, if I want to be really honest, SEO is not going to be your main focus if you have a book. It's just not. People aren't going to Google to find new books to read. Where are they going?
Yeah. Amazon, Barnes and Noble.
The library.
The library,
Maybe not.
Goodreads.
Yeah, Goodreads.
There are forums people hang out in to find new books. They'll go on the Amazon bestseller list, things like that. So market it there. Have a Google profile, like a website, and so that you can show up in Google and all that. But like, that's not going to be your main sales. On our books, we sell maybe a couple a month off Google, maybe 1 or 2 for every 500 that are sold elsewhere. So, yeah, sorry, but Google's really not your.
What's your thoughts on going with like an agent, like an agency?
Oh, I can go on and on, but don't do it. You don't need them anymore. Back in the day, you needed them. And it's a big ego boost when you get an agent and then the agent gets you a publisher and they make you a deal and all this stuff. And you're just like, yeah, I'm pretty hot stuff, right? But they're just a business, which means if your book doesn't do amazing, they'll probably just drop you. Your agent won't drop you. Your agent will be like, well, let's try to sell another one, right? But if word gets around that you suck, publishers won't want you anymore. It's just a business. As much as people think that they're going to be like, you're a celebrity, oh, write another one. It's okay that that last one didn't do well. Like all the movies where it's like, it's okay the last one was a flop. This is going to be the one. That's
Yeah.
not how publishers are. Publishers are like, we're not going to work with them again.
Yeah.
It's just money to them. So you can honestly make more not just indie publishing is really the better way to do it now.
Independent is the game nowadays, guys.
Yep.
All right. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you for everything. And hopefully you learned something this day that you'll be able to take and apply into your everyday life.
Can we do a quick Twilight lightning round with Joseph?
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm gonna try and keep these non-spoilers.
Yeah, I don't want any spoilers, bro. Why are we doing this?
These are just more lore checks. I want to see how far I can get.
Okay.
I don't know the answers to probably hardly any of these.
Okay, let's go.
I'm not listening to this.
What's Edward's last name?
Cullen,
How old is Edward?
17.
How old is Bella when he meets her?
17, but then she turns 18. She's a year older.
What's the
Okay,
time span between when they meet and when she has her baby?
Okay, let's see. I think about 18 months.
What's Jacob's last name?
Black.
How old is Jacob?
He's 2 years younger than Bella. 15.
Really?
That's why it's like kind of weird.
That is creepy. All these
Yeah.
moms.
Oh yeah,
Swing over a
Like he's supposed to be a
15-year-old.
lot younger.
I can't really come up with any other off the top of my head.
Come on.
That
keep
was
going.
impressive.
Is it actually movie knowledge? If I've seen a movie a few times, I have a weird ability to like retain stupid information. But
I like that about you, that you like Twilight.
heck yeah, man.
Very endearing.